YouTube, what's going on, and welcome to the 12th episode of my Boca Juniors Career Mode. In today's episode, we're going to be playing 4 games on the Barclays Premier League, as there are all of our fixtures remaining in the season. We start off with a game against Norwich City at home at La Bombonera. It starts off with Peruzzi on the ball right now. He gets tackled by Bradley Johnson, and then it falls to Ruben Vezza, who gets tackled again. Johnson has the shot at the near post, and it's a brilliant strike by Bradley Johnson. The English left midfielder does give Norwich City the lead over Boca Juniors in the 31st minute right here, as he does give the Carnies the lead early on in this game. And we would have an attack in the 35th minute trying to tie the game back up. It's Nicolas Gaitan playing through Carlos Tevez. Tevez, the Argentine striker, going through. He goes around the Norwich City defender. Tevez 1-on-1 with the goalie, and Carlos Tevez does not miss chances like that, as the Argentine striker does quickly tie the game in the 35th minute, making it Boca Juniors 1 and Norwich City 1. We'd have another chance in the 42nd minute with Tevez having a free kick that went just wide of the post. And that would be how the first half ends. So a pretty solid first half overall in this game. And Norwich City would have an attack right now. It's going to be Whitaker playing through Cameron Jerome. Jerome doesn't get to there. It should be handled easily, but Willie Caballero decides to punch it with no one around. It's a cross into the center. If it wasn't for a great header by one of the Boca Juniors defenders, Willie Caballero's mistake could have easily turned into a goal. But we would have an attack right here in the 57th minute, looking to take the lead. Medel plays through Caleri, but Caleri had some very poor positioning right there, going right into where the goalkeeper was. He had a great 2-on-1 opportunity, and his positioning really messed up. But Norwich would go for the lead with Bradley Johnson having another left-footed strike, and this one, just like the first one, does beat Willie Caballero, as Bradley Johnson does give Norwich City the lead for the second time this game on the road at La Bombonera. So hopefully we can get another goal to get back into the game, and our attack would happen in the 79th minute with Nicolas Gaitan going through 1-on-1 with the goalie. It's Nicolas Gaitan against John Ruddy, and Nicolas Gaitan puts it past the goalkeeper to make it Boca Juniors 2 and Norwich City 2. So the Argentine does tie the game for the second time so far in this game. So maybe we could have a chance to get all 3 points in this game after trailing twice. Would wait till the 90th minute to try to do that. It's Carlos Tevez on the ball right now. He loses it, gets it back. His shot is deflected. We'd have another chance in the 90th minute. Nicolas Gaitan has the ball, has the shot, but it is saved by John Ruddy. And now we have one last chance in the 90th minute. It's Christian Melli on the ball right now. He has the shot. It's a big save by Ruddy, and eventually is cleared. So unfortunately for us, we cannot get the 3 points, but we did trail twice, so I'm not very disappointed to still get 1 point after trailing twice in the game. So it's not the best result, not the worst result, considering that Norwich aren't the best team and playing at home. I would want the victory, but since we did trail twice, I'm not too mad about the draw. But we do go into the next game against West Brom, who are very surprisingly like 5th or 6th in the table, and it would start off with Damari Gray playing through Lucas Romero. His first effort is saved, but his second effort is put into the back of the net, as the Argentine young central midfielder does give us the lead early on in the 9th minute in this game. So Lucas Romero getting one of his first goals of his season and of his career for Boca Juniors, giving us the lead at the Hawthorns. Very solid home ground for West Brom. They're very solid at home, but West Brom would very quickly turn the tides in the 23rd minute. It's Craig Gardner on the ball right now, playing through Ricky Lambert. His first effort is saved, but his second effort would not be saved. West Brom would have another attack right here. Ricky Lambert gets steal, plays through Craig Gardner, and how about a hit from Craig Gardner? An unbelievable strike from the English central midfielder, giving West Brom the lead heading into halftime. So West Brom would have the lead 2-1 heading into the second half at the Hawthorns. So we really need a better second half, but that would not happen, as Craig Gardner, the goal scorer, gets an interception, plays through Sessegnon, who plays through Claudio Jakob, who has an unbelievable strike off the top of the bar and into the back of the net. And then Pione Sisto would whip it across to Salomon Rondon, who wins the header over Eric Dyer to score the goal to make it 4-1. And 4 would turn into 5 as Pione Sisto does run down the wing. He's still running down the wing. He whips in across the Salomon Rondon, and for the second time today, he scores a header that should have had no chance of going into the back net. Willie Caballero was absolutely awful today, but that's what happens sometimes when you're a goalkeeper. You have your good games and you have your really poor games, and this was definitely one of his really poor games. 8 shots on target and conceding 5 goals is definitely not good enough, but we need to rebound with the game against Liverpool, who are surprisingly near the bottom of the table in the Barclays Premier League, but Liverpool would have the first attack of the game with some absolutely fantastic Barcelona-esque passing, and it ended off with Christian Benteke putting the ball into the back net past Willie Caballero, as our goalkeeper has been struggling recently, as this just continues his struggles, as Liverpool had some great build-up play, and eventually the Belgian striker does put into the back of the net to give Liverpool the lead. I'm going to try to come back with Jonathan Calleri on the ball right now. He goes past two Liverpool defenders before firing a shot into the back of net to tie the game at 1. So a great strike by our young Argentine striker does level it up at La Bombonera as he made a couple moves and went past two Liverpool defenders and scored the goal with a nice tap in. And then would have an attack in the second half trying to take the lead. It's Lodiero on the ball right now. He's dribbling, plays through Nicolas Collazo. Collazo on the ball. Fake shots around the defender. Collazo his near post shot. Oh my, what a horrific goalkeeper mistake by Simon Mignolet as Collazo, our left back, does fire the shot in at the near post, but Simon Mignolet with an awful goalkeeping attempt. I said that Willy Caballero shouldn't have beaten those 2 times by Salomon Rondon, but that one was just worse. And now we do go into a game against West Ham, and actually nothing happened in the first half. And then in the second half, it would be Mauro Zarate on the ball right now. He's dribbling through. He dribbles around the defender, plays through Andy Carroll, who gives up to Mark Noble, whose shot is very similar to Claudio Jakob's goal. They did score against us for West Brom 2 games ago, as Mark Noble does give West Ham the lead, and that would be how the game ends. A very disappointing game, and that also is how this episode will end. So I hope you guys enjoyed another episode of the Boca Juniors Career Mode. If you did, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Boca Juniors Career Mode and other FIFA 16 content.